Hello, everybody. Baseball history back again. We got two more teams for you, this time for series numbered 111. We have two more modern teams for you today, and hope you're going to enjoy the matchup that we present to you, as the excitement of some of these matchups has been very, very intriguing. I hope you've watched some of them or all of them or whatever you have time for. They've definitely been worth the time. A lot of excitement, many 7-game series, and I anticipate this one to be a good one as well. So let's see what we got on slate here for the first two teams up here. We have, first of all, the 2012 Texas Rangers. And the Rangers were 93 and 69. Just a good little window of Ranger baseball here in the early 2010s. They did actually win the pennant one year, and they won 93 games here. Ron Washington led a pretty talented team. The Rangers had invested a lot in their ballpark, their ball club, and this is a year where they lost actually to the Orioles in the wild card, one of the first years of the one-game wild card playoff. But they were still a formidable team, especially their lineup, as you'll see here. Playing in Texas, they really leaned on the long ball. Josh Hamilton actually played in 148 games this year, which was a rarity for him, and he hit 43 bombs, 128 RBIs. He slugged .930, along with Adrian Beltre, who would hit .321 with 36 bombs, 102 ribbies. You had Nelson Cruz, 24 home runs, even Mike Napoli with 24. A lot of other guys contributing. Ian Kinsler scoring 105 runs. And Michael Young, still the professional hitter he always was. At 35 years old, this Ranger team can pile up the runs. They were extremely powerful, played with the big innings. And the pitching, so-so, I guess you can say. There's a couple good seasons in here. Matt Harrison, of course, is 18 and 11. Won 32 starts, pitched over 200 innings, and Yu Darvish, in his 25-year-old season, won 16 games, struck out 221 in only 191 innings of work. So Darvish well over the 9 strikeouts per game ratio there. But there it goes downhill a little bit with Derek Holland and Scott Feldman, not exactly efficient. Ryan Dempster there at 35 years old got 12 starts. Joe Nathan, the closer, at 37 years old, still getting it done. And even Roy Oswalt there on the bench got a number of games for the Rangers. So their opponents going forward are going to be (2003) Anaheim Angels, led by Mike Scioscia. This is a year removed from their World Championship. Things didn't go quite so well for the Angels the next season. They were 77 and 85. Not a good run here to try to repeat. Just wasn't in the cards for a number of reasons for the Angels in 03. Their lineup and some of the names were very familiar and are championship players, but lack of games, injuries affected them. Garrett Anderson came along and played well this year, hit .315 with 29 homers, 116 RBIs. But names like David Eckstein and Darren Erstad just didn't play all that much. Tim Salmon here, getting a little older at 34, he hit .275, mainly a DH at this point in his career. Adam Kennedy, Troy Gloss only hit .248. Anderson was kind of the catalyst here of this offense, but not as much magic, I guess you can say, from the Angels, even though some of the hard-nosed players they got still can get it done. Always playing hard for Mike Scioscia. Chone Figgins there on the bench, coming into his own a little bit. But the real issue here for the Angels was their pitching. ERA very high. Starters were not efficient at all. Jared Washburn and John Lackey, ERAs up in the upper fours. They each went over 200 innings, and then it just gets a lot worse from there. Ramon Ortiz, Aaron Seeley, Kevin Appier, all struggling mightily. Troy Percival saved 33 games, and Francisco Rodriguez was there as well as Brandon Donnelly. The pen was good, but not the output that the starting pitching would need. So it's going to be tough for the Angels to face up against the Rangers here in the series and face that lineup with the lack of efficient pitching that they had. But in the 7-game series, all is possible, and we'll see if the Angels' arms the Rangers' arms can control the Angels, and the Angels have a little bit of experience in 7-game series. Again, they're coming off of a 7-game series win against the New York Giants, so this team is adept to playing in these type of series. Game 1 matchup, a very good one. You got John Lackey on the hill and all his grit against Yu Darvish, the star for the Rangers at Arlington Stadium. We'll get the series kicked off. I expect to see a lot of offense. We'll see what happens. So let's see if the Angels can bring back some of the magic of the Mike Scioscia era and compete here with the Rangers. So let's go out live to Arlington Stadium. Game 1 coming up. So here we go. We're in Arlington Stadium for Game 1. This is the 3rd inning. David Eckstein up there with a man on. And Eckstein will hit this one to short. Play's going to be made there. A quick turn for a double play. The Rangers turn 2 here as the scoreless game continues. We move to the 4th. Yu Darvish facing Garrett Anderson with the man on second. Only 1 out. This is hit right up the middle. It's going to get through there. A run's going to round. No, they're going to hold the runner at 3rd. So runners on the corners here for the Angels with Tim Salmon at the plate and only 1 out. And Salmon's going to get through to right field, and the Angels are going to get on the board first against Darvish. It is 1-0 here in the 4th inning. Tim Salmon, the face of the franchise, gets it started. It's 2-0 now with Troy Glaus up there and 2 outs. Glaus takes ball 4, so the bases are going to be loaded. A big jam here for Darvish. Wants to try to keep his team within striking distance and facing Garrett Anderson here again. And Anderson's going to hit this one too. Second play's going to be made there, so the Rangers get out of a little bit of a jam there. It could have been worse, and the 2-0 game remains here as we wrap up the top of the 5th. We'll go to the 6th. Tim Salmon now up there against Darvish. And that's hit hard to right, way back. That ball's going to carry to the wall, and running out of room is Cruz, and that ball is gone. Home run there for Salmon. He comes through again. 2 RBIs in the game. It's 3-0 now. And we have a no-hitter going in this ball game, folks. We're in the 6th inning, and John Lackey has been right on his game. Actually, a perfect game at this point in time, and he's facing Nelson Cruz. Cruz, however, goes deep to left, way back there. That ball's going to get up and gone. So Nelson Cruz puts an end to any kind of a historic night with a solo home run to end the shutout, the no-hitter, and the perfect game. He also gets the Rangers on the board. And it's 3-1 now as we move to the top of the 7th. Jeff Devannon up there against Mike Adams. And that ball's lined into left center. That ball's going to get to the wall. Runner coming to 3rd. Will they wave him? They will. Devannon with an RBI double, and the Angels now have opened up a 3-run lead. It's 4-1 now the score. 5-1 will move bottom of the 8th as the home team still struggling here as Brandon Donnelly's come in relief. Elvis Andrews the hitter, 1 out, 2 on. Andrews hits it back to the mound, but the ball cannot be played there by Donnelly. He muffs it. So that's going to get the bases loaded here, and more trouble for the home team or for the Angels, I should say, as David Murphy's up there with the bases loaded. And Murphy's going to line this one to right. A base hit. The ball's going to drop. 2 runs will score. It's now a 5-3 ball game. David Murphy with 2 RBIs on that swing of the bat. It is now 5-3 with Beltre up there, and he represents the go-ahead run. Still only 1 out. Conley delivers. This ball's lined right up the middle. Another hit. So the bases are going to be loaded. Mike Scioscia is going to sweat this one out as Josh Hamilton's coming up here with the bases loaded. Nowhere to put him in a 2-run ball game here in Game 1. And Hamilton's going to lift this one to right. Should be caught. Catch is made. Runner's going to hold. Devannon gets under it, so Hamilton can't come through. 2 outs here for Napoli, who still's got a big chance. He lines a shot. Center field. Base hit for Napoli. 2 runs are going to score. This is now a tie game. Mike Napoli comes through in the clutch to tie it up. A 4-run 8th inning here for the Rangers, and they're not done yet. Rich Moreland now has his chance. Conley still in the game, and Moreland goes deep to left. This ball's going to carry, but it's going to be caught. Catch made by Anderson, but the Rangers come all the way back to tie this ball game. 5-5 our score. Joe Nathan now pitching to Darren Erstad. We're in the 9th. This ball's hit to third. Play will be made there in time. Beltre makes the play. Here's Devannon. This ball singled over to right field. Troy Gloss, the hitter.
Strike
There
3.
goes the runner. Strike out, but a steal there by Devannon. So 2 outs. Devannon moves in the scoring position for Tim Salmon. Now there's 2 men on. And Salmon goes deep to center. This ball's got a lot of carry all the way to the wall. See you later. Tim Salmon, a clutch 3-run home run. What a game for Salmon. 8-5. He puts 3 on the board here for Anaheim. And we'll move now. Adam Kennedy now, and that Salmon homer coming off of Joe Nathan. As Kennedy singles here to follow up the home run. Benji Molina now at the dish. Nathan really getting rocked, and Molina's going to add to this. Another smash into the corner. Kennedy's going to hold up at third, so second and third here. It's all Angels here in the 9th inning. We move bottom of the 9th. Percival's in the game here with a chance to close things out. Let's see if they can do it this time, but a smash there to center field. Going back on the run to make a play is the center fielder. Erstad makes the play. 2 outs, 2 on now. The tying run at the plate in David Murphy. Let's see if Percival can end it.
Strike 3.
He can. Strike 3. Percival closes the door. The Angels come out and fight the Rangers for a Game 1 victory, 8-5. They blew the lead in the 8th, came back in the 9th with 3 more runs, thanks in great part in this ball game to Tim Salmon, who hit 2 home runs with 5 RBIs. The big blow coming in the 9th inning when he took Joe Nathan deep. John Lackey had a no-hitter going late until he fell apart, and the bullpen didn't help, especially Brandon Donnelly. Jeff Devannon 2 for 3 for the Angels as well. 3 runs scored, and Anaheim with a big win on the road. They could have easily gave in when they lost the lead, but the 9th inning and their leader, Tim Salmon, made it happen, and the Angels have a tendency to come through when they need to. And now they go up on the series. They got home field advantage, and they got a chance here to really put the Rangers up against it in Game 2, as Ryan Dempster will take the hill for Texas against Jared Washburn, the hero from the 0-2 World Series. Another intriguing matchup. Let's see if the Rangers can do it again. I'm sorry, the Angels can do it again as we move out to Game 2 from Arlington. So here's Game 2. We got Ryan Dempster on the mound, Garrett Anderson at the plate. We're in the top of the 1st inning. And Garrett Anderson goes deep left, the opposite field, and this ball is going to carry out of the park. Garrett Anderson, a 2-run home run here in the very 1st inning. It's 2-0 Anaheim. Anderson goes the other way against Dempster. And it's 2-0 now. We'll move bottom of the 1st. Adrian Beltre up there with a man on. And Beltre goes deep to left. This is going to tie the game up. Yes, it will. Adrian Beltre comes right back with a 2-run home run to left field. And it's 2 runs for the Rangers to tie this game at 2. Top of the 2nd now. Brad Fulmer facing Dempster. And Fulmer goes to right. That's over the head of the right fielder. Fulmer's going to head all the way to third with a triple here with one out in the second inning. We'll move now to the bottom of the second as that runner did not score from third. And Ian Kinsler, the hitter. Kinsler will go deep to left. If this ball's fair, it's probably going to go. It does hook fair. A home run for Kinsler. Just fair around the foul pole in left field, and that will give the Rangers the lead here, 3-2. Washburn having trouble with the long ball here. We'll move to the third. Troy Gloss at the plate. It's a one-run game. There's a walk. So we have 2 men on, nobody out here in the third. Jared Anderson back up there, who's already homered in this ball game. And he takes it to center. On the run there to make the play is going to be the center fielder. Gentry makes the play. So we'll move now to Tim Salmon with the chance here. One out.
Strike 3.
Salmon can't catch up to the pitch. Dempster strikes him out. Nelson Cruz, the hitter. We're in the bottom of the fifth here. 2 on. And Cruz goes deep to left, way back there. That might be out of here. It is. Home run for Cruz. This is a 3-run shot, and Texas has extended their lead to 6-2. Nelson Cruz got all of that baseball, and we move to the 6th now. Garrett Anderson at the plate. His team now down. Dempster still pitching. And Anderson's going to cut the lead a little bit here. He goes deep to right. That ball's going to go. It's Anderson's second home run of this ball game. A solo shot. Only the third Angels hit, and it is 6-3 now. We'll move bottom of the 8th. Eric Turnbow's in the game facing Mitch Moreland. Well, there's only one out. Now this ball's nailed to right field. 3-1 pitch is going to leave the yard. Devannon watches it go. 7-3 now. Rangers increase their lead. This seems to be their day. We'll move to the 9th. 2 outs. Kobe Lewis facing Brad Fulmer to try to close out game 2. This is hit too short. The flip to second, and that will do it. The Rangers come back in game 2, winning it 7-3, tying the series at 1. This bounce back for Texas. Garrett Anderson had 2 home runs for the losing side. Ryan Dempster gets the win. He went 6 innings, striking out 6, pitched okay. And Nelson Cruz with the home run and 3 RBIs. Only 4 hits for the Angels, 11 for the Rangers. 2 errors for the visitors didn't help. But all said and done, the Angels do get the split in the series on the road, and they are going to bring it back to Anaheim, Southern California, our venue for Game 3, as now this series has become a best of 5. Both teams winning 1. And now Game 3 is going to pit Ramon Ortiz against Matt Harrison. And without further ado, we'll take you out to California to see what direction this series takes. Game 3 coming up. Series tied at 1. Still series moving to beautiful Anaheim here. We're in the top of the first inning with Josh Hamilton up against David Murphy. And Hamilton's going to single to center field. That's going to get a runner home. And Josh Hamilton gets the home side. I'm sorry, the visitors on the board first here with an RBI single. It's 1-0. Bottom of the first now. Garrett Anderson facing Matt Harrison with 2 men on and 1 out. And this ball's hit on the shift and it gets through the other way. So the bases are going to be loaded here for the Angels. G. Molina is the hitter. Molina lifts this one to right center. It's going to be caught. Runner tagging. Here comes the throw. Not in time. And the game is tied now at 1 as Anaheim comes right back. And Adam Kennedy has a chance now. Kennedy takes ball 4 here with 2 outs. The bases will be loaded in the first inning. David Eckstein, the hitter. Eckstein will go to short, but the play is going to be made there. Forced at second. Andrus makes the play. End of the first inning. We are tied at 1 here in California. Runners on the corners for David Murphy now. Murphy goes the other way down the line here and left. That's going to get a run in, and it's going to be a run-scoring double for Murphy. 2 runs across the plate. 3-1 now, Rangers. They take the lead here in the second inning. Eddie Murphy with a big hit. Jeff Devannon now. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Devannon goes up the middle. That ball's going to get through with a man on. So 1 out. 2 men on as the Angels look to answer here. Troy Gloss at the plate. And Gloss goes deep to right. That ball's got some carry way back there. It is going to be caught. Runner's going to tag up. Cruz makes the play. We move now 4th inning. Vannon back up there with a runner on first. 3-1 ball game. Vannon will hit this one to right field. That ball's going to get down with the runner on the move. He should have a good chance to score. And he will. Devannon with an RBI double. That'll score a run. And it is 3-2 now. The Angels crawling their way back will move to the 5th. However, the bases are going to be loaded. Mitch Moreland up there. Ramon Ortiz on the hill. This is hit to first. He's made at the plate. So Fulmer makes a nice play there to get the lead runner. Keep it a 1-run ball game. Here's Nelson Cruz. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Ramon Ortiz delivers. There's a fly ball to right, but it's going to be hit right at the right fielder. Devannon makes the play. So we'll move to the 5th now. Salmon at the plate. And Salmon's going to drop a base hit to left field. So an 0-2 hit for Salmon. Here's Garrett Anderson. And Anderson goes down with a base hit here to right. Runner moving the 3rd. He'll be safe. So we got runners on the corners. 1-run ball game here as Texas tries to hold on. Benji Molina up there with nobody out. Molina goes to 3rd. Play will be made at first. Runner will have to hold. Here's Adam Kennedy. Infield in again. Kennedy lines it, however, into right. That's going to get a run home. 2 runs are going to score. RBI single for Kennedy, and it is now 4-3 as Anaheim will take the lead with 2 runs in the 6th. We'll move to the 7th now. David Eckstein up there against Roy Oswalt. And Eckstein goes back up the middle, a base hit. That's going to score a run, and it's going to be 5-3 Anaheim as Eckstein comes through with an RBI single. So the home side has the advantage now as Troy Percival has come in to try to close it out. Mike Napoli at the plate here in the 8th inning. Napoli takes ball 4, so Percival is coming to the game early here. Mitch Moreland now the hitter. Moreland will strike out swinging on the 0-2 fastball. Nelson Cruz the hitter. Cruz takes ball 4, so that's a full count walk. Still only 1 out for Ian Kinsler here. Brandon Donnelly's the new pitcher. And this ball is launched into the gap. It's going to get down. 1 run in, another run coming in to score. We got a tie ball game, folks. Eckstein with an RBI double scoring 2. And the Rangers right back here to tie this game late. Craig Gentry now the pitcher, and it's another shot down the line. That's going to give Texas the lead. Gentry with an RBI double. And once again, The Anaheim bullpen falling apart as the Rangers, just like they did in Game 1, have come all the way back here. It is 6-5 as we move bottom of the 8th. Darren Erstad facing Oswalt, who now has the lead and is the pitcher of record. But this ball's lifted deep to right. That ball's got some carry, and it will leave the park. A dramatic 8th inning solo home run here by Darren Erstad. This game is tied at 6. Well, Salmon couldn't hold the lead, or Oswalt couldn't hold the lead, and he pitches now to Salmon, who goes down the line and left. That's extra bases here with 2 outs. So Tim Salmon continues his red-hot hitting with a double here. And Garrett Anderson, the hitter here with a chance to give his team the lead. But he strikes out. Ball gets away, but play will be made, so that will end the 9th, that will end the 8th and head to the 9th with the game tied now at 6. Here's Beltre facing Donnelly. Beltre lifts it to right, but there should be a man there. It is caught. Devannon has it. Josh Hamilton at the plate. Hamilton will line a single up the middle. That is the 10th hit for the Rangers. Napoli now the hitter. Napoli strikes out swinging. Changeup got him there. Francisco Rodriguez on now, facing Mitch Moreland with 2 outs. Moreland takes ball 4 as Rodriguez walks him. So Nelson Cruz now up in a big spot, 2 outs. Cruz will hit it to short. Play will be made there. Eckstein makes it. So we'll move bottom of the 9th. 6-6 tie here in Game 3. Angie Molina facing the Rangers closer in Joe Nathan. That's hit to first. Be played there by Moreland. Here's Scott Spezio with 2 outs. Spezio will line a single to left. 2 out hit by the pinch hitter. Here's Brad Fulmer. Fulmer goes to left. This should be playable. Towards the line, the play is made there. Murphy makes it, and we have extra innings here in game number 3. Ian Kinsler at the plate, 10th inning. Kinsler lines it to center. On the move to make the play there. Erstad has it. Here's Andrus. Andrus will line it to short, but the play will be made there. Amazaga with the play. So we'll move bottom of the 10th. Garrett Erstad to lead it off here against Joe Nathan. Tie game. Erstad deep to right. This might do it. It's a walk-off. Walk-off home run, Darren Erstad. Game 3 is over as the fans and the Angels celebrate. Darren Erstad ends this one with the leadoff home run in the 10th. A solo shot off Joe Nathan. And Anaheim has taken the lead in the series. What a game by Darren Erstad. 4 for 5, 2 home runs, 2 crucial home runs, 2 RBIs. Ian Kinsler 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs, and Jeff Devannon also 3 for 4 had a nice game, but it is the Erstad performance and walk-off that is the difference in this game, giving Francisco Rodriguez the win. Joe Nathan takes his 2nd loss of the series. He's struggled mightily, and more importantly, the Angels win at home to take the lead in the series 2-1. Some very competitive, very close ball games so far. This series seems to be going the close route, and I would not be surprised at all if this went the distance, but long way to go still as we get ready to fire up game number 4 in Anaheim. This time it's Derek Holland against Aaron Seeley. The bullpen for the Angels has struggled, but we'll see if it could be turned around here. Game number 4 coming up from Anaheim. The 2012 Rangers trailing the 2003 Angels 2-1. Top of the second inning here, we got Josh Hamilton at the plate against Gary Glover. And Hamilton goes deep to right field. That's going to be fair, and that's going to be gone. So Hamilton gets a solo home run here in the second inning. It's 1-0 Texas. And this pitching duel moves all the way to the 5th inning. Derek Holland facing Benji Molina here in the bottom of the frame. 1-0 ball game. Holland pitching a shutout up to now. And that ball is hit to left field into the corner. A double for Molina here to lead off the 5th inning. So David Eckstein now has a chance to try to tie this ball game up, and he's going to do exactly that. Lined again into the corner. Runner's going to score. Eckstein with a double, and this game is tied at 1. The shutout gone for Holland, and it's all even. With Pat Fulmer now a chance to try to give the home team the lead. There's ball 4 with only 1 out. Darren Erstad now the hero of the last game at the plate, and he hits one into the hole. That's going to get through. And here comes a runner to the plate. The throw is going to be over the catcher's head. Runners are going to advance. It's 2-1 now. Anaheim. Erstad with the single, and they move ahead on the air. And Troy Glass now a chance to do even more damage. He takes ball 4. So Holland has let the walls cave in here in the 5th inning, and it could get a lot worse here if Tim Salmon can come through. And Salmon does exactly that. He launches it into right. 2 runs are going to score. Make it 3. It's going to be a triple for Salmon. He comes through again. 3 runs cross the plate. It is 5-1 Anaheim. 6-2 now. We move to the 8th inning. Hamilton back up there with a man on. And Hamilton launches this one the other way to left field and gone. His 2nd home run of the ball game. Josh Hamilton, a one-man offensive show for Texas, makes it a 6-4 game. We'll move to the 9th with Troy Percival on the hill against Nelson Cruz. It's a 2-run game. Cruz will line a single here to right field, so that's going to bring the tying runs to the plate. Ian Kinsler at the dish, and he'll pop it up. That's going to be easy. Play made there by Eckstein, so there's 1 out for Craig Gentry. Gentry will line this one to second. Play's going to be made there. They'll get the man at first. Cruz is on to second base, and Elvis Andrews the last chance here against Ben Weber. And this one's hit softly, and it's going to be an infield hit. No, he's out at first. A very close play goes the way of the Angels. The Rangers did not like the call, but it does not matter now. This one's in the books. It's a 6-4 win for the home team. They win the last 2 games and now take a 3-1 series lead. Josh Hamilton's 2 home runs go wasted. Gary Glover gets the win. Tim Salmon 2 for 4 with a double and 4 RBIs. His 3-run triple was the difference in this ball game, coming in that 5th inning where they really poured it on with 5 runs against Holland, who took the loss. Weber gets the save, and Anaheim now has a chance to really run away with this series. They got one more game to go before they can wrap it up, and they got another game at home to try to do it. Yu Darvish takes the mound again for the Rangers, hoping for better results, and John Lackey goes for the Angels. Lackey loves the big opportunities, the big games, and this is definitely a big one as the 0-3 Angels and Mike Scioscia playing very good baseball at home now look to close out the series against the Rangers, who have their backs against the wall but definitely have the talent to come on back. So let's see what happens. Game 5 with everything on the line out in California, Darvish versus Lackey. So we have a scoreless battle here in the 5th inning, and actually Anaheim has yet to get a hit. Benji Molina up here against Yu Darvish, who's right on his game at this point in the game. Benji Molina at the plate with 1 out. Molina's going to take it up the middle, and there's the first hit of the game for the Angels. So that'll be 1st and 2nd with 1 out as Anaheim tries to put together a rally. Brad Fulmer now strikes out. Darvish gets him on a 3-2 pitch there. Here's David Eckstein. Eckstein will line this one in the right. That's a blooper. That's going to get all the way to the wall. 1 run. Another run around the 3rd. It's going to get home, and it's 2-0 Anaheim on a little bloop and double by David Eckstein. 2 RBI double, that is. 2-0 to break the ice here in game number 5. And here's Darren Erstad trying to add to it. And Erstad deep to right, way back there. Yet another bomb by Erstad. What a series he is having. Give him the MVP trophy right now. It's 4-0. Anaheim as Erstad takes Darvish out of the park. 5-0 now we move to the 9th. Derek Turnbow looking to close out this game and series against Adrian Beltre. And Beltre drills one deep to left. It's going to be gone. It's going to be too little, too late. But a big measure shot for Beltre, making it 5-1. Mike Napoli now the hitter with the man on. Napoli goes to 2nd, a flip, and a fire to 1st. And the Angels have won this series 4-1. They take all 3 of their ball games at home. This one's 5-1 the final. Congratulations to the Angels. They wrap it up in 5 games. John Lackey, another good, strong outing. 8+ innings of work. Allowed no earned runs. Darren Erstad 1 for 3 with a home run and 2 RBIs. And David Eckstein 1 for 3 with a double and 2 RBIs as well. That's almost all the offense and the Angels would need and more. Darvish, the loser, had a rough series. And that is a wrap. So after Texas tied the series at 1 in Game 2, it was all Anaheim at their home park. Mike Scioscia's men sweep in the 3 games in California and are the victors in this series. Looking at the numbers, you can see here Tim Salmon hit .450 with 9 RBIs, 2 home runs. Garrett Anderson, .381. Jeff Devannon played well. And Darren Erstad with 3 home runs and 5 RBIs hit .353. Pitching-wise, the bullpen was strong. John Lackey, just an outstanding couple games, 1-0 with a .59 ERA. Really took it to the Rangers lineup that is formidable. Ramon Ortiz and Brandon Dodley and Jared Washburn had different results and problems as they got knocked around a little bit, as did Troy Percival and Scott Shields. But in the end, it didn't matter. For the Rangers, who used only 9 men, it looks like, the entire series, so not going to their bench at all, Josh Hamilton hit .381 with 4 RBIs. Nelson Cruz drove in 4. David Murphy, 5. The pitching, decent, not great. Yu Darvish got rocked around with a 7.36 ERA, and Joe Nathan lost 2 games late with that ERA skyrocketing at 18. The MVP of the series, I must have lied to you when Erstad hit that home run, because we're going to give it to Tim Salmon. Salmon had an outstanding series. Can't really complain about it. He was 9 for 20 with 2 home runs, 9 RBIs, scored 4 runs, doubled twice, 1.350 OPS. A great series for Salmon. Was actually in a lot of key spots where he came through, and not far behind are the likes of Garrett Anderson and Darren Erstad. But that will do it here. It was Angels showing their muscle and getting the job done, as really it shouldn't be too big of a surprise. This Angels team did quite well when it got to the postseason, whereas this Rangers team pretty much did not. Maybe it has something to do with the managers, maybe something to do with the mindset of the players and the mental toughness, but either way, it's the championship experience that comes through and the Angels winning this series. So that's a wrap. Series 111, American League Battle, will go to the 2003 Anaheim Angels, who defeat the 2012 Texas Rangers in 5 games. Thanks for joining us. Hope to see you again real soon as we continue our matchups. That's all for now. We'll see you later.